Valentine's Day has come and gone. It's not really one of my favorite holidays. Maybe because I never had a Valentine, or because a girl never even gave me a Valentine's Day card when I was in school. Either way, this Valentine's Day was different. Lo and behold, Pat had a secret admirer, someone who sent me this balloon and these candies. I just wonder who it could be. Maybe someone I met at the flea market? That's probably not true. That aside, I'm going to play a game that's going to be appropriate for Valentine's Day. I'm going to play Chubby Cherub. You know what? I could always pop in Bubble Bath Babes.
1986 was a strange year for the NES. It was the first year the system was released nationwide in the US, but the home console market was still sputtering due to the video game crash a few years earlier. Because of this, third-party developers were only just starting to dip their toes back into the market. In '86, there were just 9 third-party games released stateside. Chubby Cherub was one of them, part of the short-lived Bandai character action series alongside Ninja Kid and the awful Muscle. Chubby Cherub was first released on the Japanese Famicom as Obake no Kyutaro Wan Wan Panic, based upon a 1960s manga, which was about a ghostly penguin-type creature who liked to scare people and eat lots of food, but was afraid of dogs. Since absolutely no one in the US had heard of this, Bandai changed Kyutaro into a chubby angel named Chubby Cherub. So as the titular cherubic character, the goal in this platform shooter hybrid is to rescue your kidnapped friends at the end of each level. Good thing he is chubby, or else we might get a peek at Chubby's chubby.
That's his penis.
You can walk and jump around, but the best way to travel around the levels is to fly by jumping and then holding or pressing the B button again to do so. Flying will drain your power meter quickly, but you can replenish this meter by gorging yourself on the snacks that are littered throughout each level. If your power meter drops too low, you'll no longer be able to fly, so be sure to stuff your little angelic belly often, since you'll have almost no shot at getting far at all by walking along. So eat, and eat to your heart's content! So far, this game's making my cherub chubby.
Oh.
Along your journey, you'll have to avoid beagles and bulldogs who can kill Chubby by touch or by their barks, which are dangerous and tough to avoid. If the Chubster eats lollipops, you can fight back against the dogs by unleashing the fury of the Gao Cannon. No, not Ganon, Gao Cannon. There are also birds and cats that will try to prevent you from rescuing your friends. Wait, I have to say this. I can't hold it in, it's too good. It's raining cats and dogs!
Well, not really, because it's not really raining in the game. It's just an expression because, there's cats and dogs, and the expression means it's raining a lot. So cats and dogs are in the game, but it's not really a metaphor in this case because there are cats and dogs there. I'll shut up.
The cats in particular are adorable. Aw, look at the kitty.
Oh, kitty cat! 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 Kitty cat!
You cannot attack the cats with the hearts, though, nor the birds that will harass you and try to crap on you. Why can you only attack the dogs? I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out why the hell a dog's bark has the ability to kill you. What do they have against you? Are they chubby chasers? Chubby chaser. The character sprites look great, full of personality and charm, and they reflect the fact that the source material is a comic very well. And check out the eating animation. It's a fun time for all! For an early NES game, it looks fine. Unfortunately, there's only one simple music track that's adequate but loops continually. The layouts of the levels vary somewhat, but overall it's simply just a slightly different combination of houses, trees, telephone poles, etc. that you have to navigate through and around. It is cool though how the stages show a passage of time via the daylight either becoming lighter or darker. On the surface, Chubby Cherub would seem like a fun little romp of a game, but there are a few major issues that this game suffers from. First, the difficulty. The game looks simple on paper, but it's very tough. The barks of the dogs are difficult to avoid, as they are fired directly at you and come at you more quickly than you can move. Your best bet is to avoid even coming into the barking range of the dogs, if at all possible. Shooting them with the Gao Cannon is very risky since its range is limited, and the only benefit to shooting the dogs is to garner points to earn extra lives, which while needed, are usually not worth the danger that entails trying to love the dogs to death. There are still parts of the game where you may be forced to risk taking out a pooch, so this in turn makes the game's challenge even more harrowing. Besides the dogs, in later levels you have to deal with birds, chimney smoke, kitty cats, and balloons all at once. And these are weird chubby seeking balloons that will come directly at you. Yes, balloons somehow kill you, not bring you innocent joy. All these obstacles define the game not as a shooter, but really a game of avoidance, since after all, you cannot shoot most of the enemies in the game. This is why it's so essential to eat food to unlock the peace symbols, since these give the Chubmeister invincibility for a short time, which you will need. Without such invincibility, traversing parts of certain stages becomes next to impossible. The stage endings consist of one of two scenarios. One scenario has you thwarting a bomb-throwing burglar by grabbing a bone and throwing it at him so dogs chase him away. That's cute.
Cha-cha-cha!
The second and more common scenario has Chubby try and rescue his friend by touching various windows of high-rise buildings until that friend is discovered. The problem here is that some of the windows when touched will reveal an enemy dog which can often kill you just about instantly, even if you are careful. This is a lazy way to instill challenge when instead it's just trial and error, but unfortunately you don't have that many lives to spare playing hide and seek with beagles. Ah, found him.
Cha-cha-cha! Moving on.
So these are annoying game design choices, but they're tolerable. However, the following two are not. On the last few stages, the food that allows Chubby to fly and survive only appears when Chubby collects a gem that will show up only when he flies over a random part of the screen. Yeah, that's both insane and stupid. Your power meter drains pretty quickly by this point in the game, so it's not like you're given a lot of extra time to go through these shenanigans. And often you won't be able to fly anymore since your power meter drops, so if the gem then appears somewhere in the sky where you cannot fly, well shit son, you're out of luck. You might as well just then let the creepy balloons kill you. If that's not enough, which it would be for most games, there is the hell that you will face if you happen to fall into a pit or hole. In almost every other game on the planet, you would simply lose a life. Oh no, death is too good for you in this game. Here, you are forced to fight your way out of a darkened room inhabited by a couple of dogs and kitty cats. What's the catch? You cannot fly, and the platforms for you to jump on are invisible, so you'll have to discover and remember where they are to avoid the enemies. But wait, there's more! When you are in this black room of doom, there's no way out. If you die in here, you don't start again above the pit you fell into, or even at the start of the level. You simply start again in the room and are forced to try again, and again, and again, and again, and again! Your lives no longer count or matter here. Your existence in this purgatory only ends if you manage to somehow kill the bulldog guarding the door and then escape through that same door back to the surface, while also avoiding the other enemies in the room. Easier said than done! But what if you played your Chubby heart out and worked all the way to one of the last levels only to have this occur? Well, fortunately, I'm too good a player to let that happen.
Oh, no. This represents what Valentine's Day means to me. Bleakness, hopelessness, and despair! Oh, I'm out.
Chubby Cherub. What starts out as a cute and innocent game quickly devolves into a nightmare of difficult obstacles, traps, and bad game design. And why did they feel the need to change a cute penguin ghost into a creepy naked Cupid? Sean Baby himself ranked this game as one of the worst ever on the NES. Do I think it's that atrocious? No. Do I recommend it? No! Chubby Cherub, you're the one. You make killing dogs kind of fun. Chubby Cherub, you're an awfully difficult game. Vo-vo-vo-dio. Chubby Cherub, you're so fat. Balloons and death pits, what's up with that? Chubby Cherub, I should never play you again.
That was Chubby Cherub. I could almost give it a pass since it's an early NES game, but any positive features of the game are stomped into the ground by the insane difficulty. But still, this was my best Valentine's Day ever due to my secret admirer. But who could it be? Maybe someone from my past. Denise? Allison? The Genesis woman? Oh God, I hope it's her. DK Jr.? Really? Thanks, Junior. That really means a lot to me. A song? Shut it, Rob. Sure, buddy. Go ahead.
Ahem. P is for the plates of fruit you gave us. A is for the apple of your eye. G is for the trays of fruit you gave us. T is for the apple of your eye. Why? Because we love you. Put it all together, it spells Patty.
Well, that was nice. Wasn't that nice, Rob? Or else we might get a peek at Cherub's chubby. That is his penis.